Boys, what is going on, man? So, I'm gonna go head it straight into this. Should be episode 2, if I've named it correctly. And for this, I'm gonna keep it very brief and just explain exactly what the hell I've been trying to do for 12 years, and it's taken such a long time, which just makes me. I don't have any fancy certificates, but holy fuck, do I have the experience to teach this stuff. Teach business, actually run an online business. That's why I know that there's a lot of guys that can help who just start an agency, starting, to make money. And there's just so much shit out there. There's so much crap. Like, personally, I'm not a fan of crypto. It's just, like, as a business model, as, actual, make a living income stream. It's fun, but crypto or, like, real estate, it just feels so long, like, flipping houses even, or, like, being a real estate agent, or what is the other opportunities out there? Faceless YouTube automation. I actually saw real guy's explanation of how he, in the year's time, it's much harder than it seems. E-commerce, Shopify, running Facebook ads, even SMA to some extent, running Facebook ads for clients, doing the wrong stuff, building out funnels. There's so many opportunities out there that people are kind of promoting. I'm like, none of them compared to this, how simple this is, yet how lucrative it can be. It's just easy. I'm going to explain this why. It's broken down into three pieces, three phases. So, of course, you got to... Let me turn this shit on and see if it's actually working. Okay, red battery probably. So, first you got to get the leads. All right, this is any business. Then you got to sell. Just put sales. I don't want to cross stuff out. And then you got to, fulfill. This coming through? Yeah. This is pretty much every single business under the sun. Any kind of visit, you get the leads, you run ads, whatever. You get the leads, then you got to make the sales, and then whatever you've sold, you got to fulfill. You got to fulfill in the order, regardless if it's e-commerce or selling software. For this, in my case, I've essentially have different teams running this. So there's a SWAT team which does the leads, and they kind of do cold email, DMs. What else is there? Maybe technically not cold calls. That's for the sales team, but doing things to prep to get the leads. Just scraping lists, which is what I do now to get all my leads. Because before, when I used to work with funnel people, very difficult to kind of scrape an email list or a leads list, phone numbers for someone who has like a website, just a general website. These businesses I'm working with are offline businesses. They're brick and mortar businesses. So easy to find. Phone numbers easy to find. It just makes it already so much easier. So massive tick on that side. Sales, Zoom call basically. So okay, so the team is called the sniper team. Okay, just in there, sniper. That's it. 101. Just close these deals one by one. SWAT is more going like I've kind of gamified this. I like to gamify things to make this industry, and plus I've also played video games in my past. I am a guy. I like to do that stuff, so I've got a lot of inspiration from certain video games as well. Even the training I want to put together has different tiers, like an old video game I used to play. So it just keeps it fun. Sniper team, and it makes sense. Sniper team. So they do the sales, cold calls, Zooms, follow up. That's their role, and each role has a different personality trait. Like cold email stuff are usually kind of VAs that may be new to the industry. Hire someone overseas where I don't have to pay crazy amounts for them just to cold email people, and I have systems in place for that. DMs, scraping this, very simple stuff. That's the perfect kind of gateway drug into this business. Someone can start there. They can either move up to selling these people, but I'd rather just find someone who's already good at sales already. I already got Julian, there's Steven, Kingsley, there's a guy I met in Miami. Already people that Gasser, potentially there's another guy I met, and these are potentially really good kind of extrovert individuals, really talkative. And despite me being talkative, trust me, I'm an introvert. I'm doing this to become an extrovert. I want to become an extrovert, but after 3 hours of talking, I'm done. I need to take a break, relax for the rest of the day. Some of these guys just yap, and they're really good at sales. They've been doing this. Kingsley, for example, he's been doing sales cold calls for 12 years, and I've been doing this funnel system stuff for 12 years. Like, talk about like combining experiences. He does the sales, I do the fulfillment onboard, like perfect. In terms of sales, it's so easy to do, especially with the new offer I have. And lo and behold, my pen's died as well. Let me see if I get another one. charged. Should be charged. Lucky. Always have a spare iPad pen. I mean, they don't run out of ink, but they run out of battery. So in terms of sales, very easy. There's very easy to do. Just simple cold call to honestly a video. I don't even want to do Zoom calls as much. It's very, very simple. This offer's very simple. Now that I've figured out that you don't just sell the features of the software, you have to sell a certain package, a certain results package. Very simple to do. Fulfillment, that's why I have the support team, where they set up the account. So account setup, account for the software. They even have, I'm gonna have like a kind of a sub level of the support team called operators. An operator where they basically run the campaign, run the CI. CI is cash injection. That's what we call it. The cash injection campaign. Very easy to fulfill, even easier now with AI coming out. So we hook this up. This is all systemized. This is literally like every account is, we already have a master account and we just almost duplicate it for the next client. There's very little manual work to do. We've essentially productized. That's a very big word, productized. You got to productize your fulfillment. This is the hardest bit, because but when I used to sell funnels, every single funnel and every ad, every bit of copy was unique to every client. Yes, they were paying me like $4,000, $5,000, but it was the worst thing ever, because it's the hardest job possibly, the hardest opportunity to go into, because you have to go into a new market, write new copy, deliver something brand new to every single client, test new ads from scratch, get new results. Oh, it was so painful. And they paid you money, so you were treated like an employee, basically. With software, every client's pretty much the same. The AI prompt is the same. The FAQs are pretty much the same. The campaign, since it's in my control, is the same. Someone who's not a fit, we're not going to bring them into the campaign. We're kind of hedging the bets here. If that makes sense. We want to bring in the clients who we can deliver the best results for. And since when I did funnels, like I would sell them anyways and just do the work because I just need the money, because the clients were so far and few in between. Here, right, there's customers everywhere. There's brick and mortar business everywhere I look, especially in London. Like there's no shortage of business owners to help out. And what's better is the people who did funnels and online stuff were generally quite good at tech stuff, so they can figure it out. They kind of had a lot of pieces in place already. Whereas these guys are so primitive with technology, and just most of them don't even have a system to store leads. Just think about that for a bit. As marketing, it's almost crazy to think about. Like, imagine not having a place to have a CRM system. Like, how are they operating their business? Like, it blows my mind how far back these guys are. And there's no shortage of them. So, plenty of leads. Easy to sell and easy to fill. We've got literally 3 freaking ticks, compared to something else where it's difficult to find leads, it's difficult to sell them, and it's difficult to fulfill. That's pretty much my experience doing funnel stuff, having a funnel agency, done for you funnel agency and ad agency. Just entirely different opportunity. But the best bit is to make this even simpler for you. This may sound complicated as a whole, and it is. It's taking me a long time to figure this out. But you coming in as a team member, I can be like, hey, what do you like to do? What are you good at? Okay, I like to, work with automations and, set up systems. Great. You are in the support team now. That is it. You only focus on that. That is your pure role until you maybe you're bored of it, or you've made enough money, you want to focus on someone else or build your own thing. Great. But I'm giving you the opportunity to start with one piece first, instead of all 3 and having to juggle all 3 like I've been doing. You start with one, get good at it, learn as you go along. My ultimate dream is not to keep you as a team member forever, is for you to start up your own little franchise. Like, I'm basically franchising this out. You get to see the systems, you get to see how I operate, how I grow this business, how I, build teams, do content, whatever you need to learn about. But you kind of go one by one. So you do this first, and then you do number 2, and then you do number 3, or possibly, from SWAT to support, and then, learn sales. Kind of how I've done it. Again, lead generation, learn how to do systems really, really well, and then selling, which is not my strength at all, but I've had to do it. I've had to get on these hour-long Zoom calls. I've had to, sell and get good at that skill. But someone who wants to make money now hasn't got time to learn all this shit. They want to focus and make money instantly with sales, for example. I can bring someone into sales and they can be making money in their first week. When you start a new business, you're not going to be making money the first week. As a brand new newbie, you're not going to be doing it, right? You're not going to be making crazy amounts of money in the first week, despite what these YouTube videos tell you. Okay, you got to put in the work. You got to have the infrastructure in place, which I already have. The infrastructure is already in place for you to leverage. So that's what I'm doing right now, and that's why I think like I'm closer than I think. That was like a little thing that came in my mind. I had to write it down. Closer than I think. Because for 12 years, literally, I started this in 2011, I believe, when I quit uni, or dropped out uni, and I basically picked up a PDF book on how to make money online, and lo and behold, here I am, rambling into this camera 12 years later. It's going to be in 13 years, I think, this year. What a good number. I like the number 13. But it's been a long time building this to the point where I can achieve the ultimate dream I wanted, which is freedom. That's all you care about. You forget it as you start this because it gets difficult and it becomes a high paying job basically, or just a no paying job for a long time. We don't get any money. I didn't make any money in my first year, and then had a success, blew all the money, struggled for another 3 years, made a little bit of money again, lost that money, got hit with a health challenge, lost everything I had basically, had to rebuild it, started a funnel agency. That sucked big time as I was doing my health challenge, and now here I am doing the software side of business, running the software business, which is holy fucking hell. I'm so grateful I've discovered this, because it just makes life a lot easier. And yeah, I'm highlighting freedom because it is. Freedom's in the sense that you can have people paying you per month. I remember this, the Chris Record. I'm going to actually switch from this. If you don't know who Chris Record is, where is he? Chris. He's got a lot of good raps as well. Yeah, Chris Record. Check out his YouTube videos. His YouTube videos are pretty cool. He has, let me see what playlist. Maybe it's not in playlist. Okay, he has video music for entrepreneurs. Check that out, because those videos are just so good if you listen to hip hop and stuff like that. But I heard him on stage on the Go High Level event, and he was just saying, it made me realize, like, the magical unicorn years ago was to have recurring income. That was like the holy grail. If someone had figured out how to make recurring, back then it was a membership. If you had a membership site making, monthly income, that was like a unicorn. Very, very rare, very hard to pull off. Now, it's like the norm. Like, you don't have a monthly kind of recurring income stream. Like, what are you doing? This is the same thing. Like, this is exactly achieving that unicorn income stream where you can relax and have actual passive income, which has been, to think about that 10 years ago for me was just crazy. It was always just promotions or product launches or affiliate marketing, which you make a bit of money and then you make zero money for like next month or two. Sucked. No consistency, constant worry, no predictability in your business. This changes it completely. I'm very excited to bring team members on board who are part of this, share the vision, and kind of think about it and kind of like understand it. So that's it. Trying to juggle these pieces. Eventually I want to get like a little stream deck so I don't have to go mouse over and click on the scene, unless there's a shortcut for it, which there probably is. But that's it. That's pretty much the plan, and I'm going to break down every single piece. Everything I've just covered is going to be broken down in here for free. I'm going to be sharing the best stuff, and I no longer have to care about sharing the best stuff. I was going to put this inside the membership site and build that out and have people have access to the membership site. I don't care, because I'm sharing my best stuff as I go through these I don't need to call it episodes. Let's call it episodes instead of series. These episodes. And it doesn't matter if I share my best today, because I'm always getting better, only getting better. I'm going to be even better the next day and the next day. So there's no limit. There's no cap to how much like information and value I can give you, because there's always more to talk about, always more to share, always new clients coming on, always new team members coming on. We've got interviews, testimonials from clients, case study results of how the client did, what I learned, what fucked up, what did well. So very, very exciting time. Document that piece by piece. I'm going to try and do these. I will say I'm going to do this daily, but Monday to Friday, at least. I want to keep it 4 days a week. There might need to be a gap where I just need to do some calls and need some quiet time to myself, because I am switching from this introvert to extrovert mode, which is going to burn some energy at the start. Anytime you start something new, it burns more energy, then your brain just systemizes it. It's like little grooves in the mud. The more you do it, the more thicker those grooves get, the more you don't need to do that first pressure of pushing forward and learning something new. This is new for me today, and let's see what happens in a bit. Let me stop the recording.